It's the dawn of a new decade. You can be you again with mini dental implants. Do you suffer with loose dentures? Are you embarrassed to smile because you're missing teeth? Here's how mini dental implants will change your life.
I've had problems with teeth.
I couldn't eat almost anything.
I'm gonna go and get this done.
There was no pain. I was very comfortable.
It's just unbelievable what it's done to my life.
And it makes you feel good. It does.
Kind of gave me my life back.
Mini dental implants made me feel like me, made me feel the person I knew I could be and always was inside.
I would recommend it to anyone.
And now I can smile and show the world. Literally changed my life.
It's incredible. It is. It's absolutely incredible.
Hello everybody, I'm John DeSciullo and welcome to Innovations in Health. We are going to be talking about the mini dental implant procedure. It will change your life. You can get your smile back. And I'm welcoming Dr. Rick Miller from Bent Tree Dental in Dallas, Texas. Dr. Miller, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, John.
It is an honor to have you here. The mini dental implant procedure will change your life. They're 5 times less invasive, less pain and discomfort, less healing time, less visits to the dentist, and less expensive. You can have a better life with your family and friends. This is an FDA-approved product, and the mini dental implant technology is going to bring that smile back. You can be you again. We're going to get to know Dr. Rick Miller in just a little bit, but I wanted to start by asking you how you can get that same-day smile back and the difference between what we would define as a conventional implant and a mini implant. And Dr. Miller, you have a model that will explain that.
Yes, John. With the, I've done both implants for quite some time, and with the conventional implant, the opening is about the size of a pencil, whereas with the mini implant, it's about the size of a toothpick.
And the length of time that a conventional implant takes versus the mini is substantial.
That's the biggest difference. So with a conventional, when we put it in, we have to wait 4 months for the bone to grow around it, 5 if you're a diabetic. Whereas with the mini, it's stable the first day that I put it in.
And it's an in-office procedure as well.
That's correct.
And the model that you have there is the mandible. It's sort of the bone.
Right.
The bone that's needed for the mini dental implant is not as significant as for the conventional implant.
So in my practice, I've done the conventionals for years, and sadly, I told quite a few patients that they simply didn't have enough bone, and they didn't if I was going to use a conventional. But now with minis, there's so many more situations that I can help people with.
And it's minimally invasive.
Minimally invasive.
Yeah. So if the patient's been told they don't have enough bone for a conventional implant, right, they will for a mini.
They do. With
the examples that we're about to show, I know that most people that maybe come into your practice who have dentures have suffered from the fact that, particularly with a lower denture, it's swimming around on the bottom of the gum, it's not stable. They have to take that adhesive, that goop that tastes terrible. So the mini dental implant procedure will help. Show us with the lower denture example, Dr. Miller, how this works.
So with the lower, and these really snap into place, what we do is we secure the denture with these mini implants. Now, if you can imagine, a regular denture has to fit onto this, and it's wet. There's just nowhere to grab. But with the minis, this snaps into place. So you couldn't do that with a conventional denture. They have to be secured with that granny glue that you were talking about.
Yeah, and that goop is gone.
The goop is gone, yes.
So that's a significant difference.
I think everybody's familiar with that really nice lady, and she's blowing her candles out and her denture fell out. But with these, I can assure you that would never happen. You don't have to go through that horrible embarrassment.
So you want that stability, and that titanium post is what holds it in place.
Correct.
So Doc Miller, if you have a lower denture, odds are you probably have an upper denture.
That's true.
What's so significant about the mini dental implant and how it impacts the upper, the sense of taste is going to come back. Here in Texas, we love our Tex-Mex, and we love to dig into a juicy steak. Imagine biting into an ear of corn without fear of your teeth falling out, or an apple, the juicy flavors, the hot, the sweet. Show us with the upper denture example how this works.
Well, the upper, the nice thing about it is, again, once you secure it with the mini implants, it's very stable, but you don't have to have something that covers the palate.
So that plastic that is gone is what keeps the suction in.
It does.
Regular denture, but now it's gone.
It's gone, and it gags people, and they can't taste their food.
You
and
can't speak properly either.
You can't.
I couldn't eat 3/4 of the food that I enjoyed eating because I couldn't bite down on anything.
I hadn't taken a bite of a cheeseburger in probably 10 years.
I couldn't eat almost anything.
But with these, I can eat everything.
Well, you got to eat for the rest of your life. Do something now. So I did.
I can eat everything. It's unbelievable.
It was done, over, done. Go home and eat.
So it doesn't slide around or move or worry about it falling out.
I had dinner 45 minutes later.
I can chew a steak. I could not do that before.
I have not had a problem at all.
I don't have any problem chewing anything.
And my teeth aren't falling out of my mouth. Best thing I ever did. Have eaten it.
I love it. It's life-changing.
I can eat anything I want. I'll smile at anybody, you know. It's outstanding. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
I'm very, very pleased that I have them now.
Show us how it adheres to those titanium posts.
It simply snaps in place.
And flip it around so we can see it, because there's your upper with
Yep.
the denture. And you'll work, Dr. Miller, with a patient who has their dentures, or you'll create them for them if needed.
Correct.
So with the denture and the stability and the confidence, and the sense of taste coming back, if
Right.
you think that isn't enough for the mini dental implant, you know, some people may have some teeth that are really significantly decayed and they need to be removed. So there is another level for the mini dental implant. You're going to show us 2 examples. We'll start with the one that has 6 different implants that holds what looks like a full set of teeth in place.
Same thing, we secure it with 6 implants, and then this is what we call a roundhouse bridge, and it really is like crowns that are all together. This is made of zirconium, which is a material that we frequently use to make regular crowns. And these are regular crowns that are just joined together, and that's the neat thing. Somebody that thinks, well, I have a denture, how do I get back to having real teeth? We can do it with one of these. This particular one, the patient doesn't take this out. They come in for a cleaning at 6 months, and we'll take it out, and we clean their teeth, and we check their implants.
And because it's not really a denture, the plastic is significantly
No
diminished.
plastic.
It's just the teeth.
No plastic, just teeth.
And the no plastic and the fact that it looks great, it can be an upper or a lower or both.
Correct.
But if God gave us our baby teeth and our adult teeth, this next example is going to act like a 3rd set of teeth
Right.
for the patient with the mini dental implant. It's in
Right.
the premium procedure. Let's take a look.
And it's the same thing. This roundhouse bridge, this time, it is cemented to place. So the patient can't take it out. I can't take it out. It's
in
permanent. In this one, we secure it with more implants, and it is very secure.
And
Really
that's a
secure.
cemented in, and you know, you should go to the dentist anyway for a checkup,
Right.
whether you have a mini dental implant or not.
Right.
How many times do you suggest the patient come back once they get a mini dental implant?
They should come back every 6 months, and we clean their teeth and we check their implants. But once the teeth are out, gum disease stops, and the implant fools the bone to think that a tooth is there, and it stimulates bone growth. Because once you take a tooth out, the bone slowly resorbs. It continues to go away. Once you have the implants, it stays put.
That's very important to note,
Yeah.
because gum disease, any kind of disease in the mouth, is a terrible thing to have.
Right.
And sometimes by putting off going to the dentist, you can make a bad situation worse.
Right, and most of our patients, they weren't putting off going to the dentist. Most of our patients come in 2 varieties. In the first variety, their enamel isn't as hard. You know, they brush, they go to the dentist, and they have good dentistry put in, and the teeth decay from underneath them. The second situation is almost worse, because they've got beautiful teeth. They have bone loss that's way different than yours and mine. They have a lot of bone loss, and they find themselves at middle age where their teeth are simply loose.
So when you do one of these procedures with the minis, you're really bringing someone's smile back. That must
Absolutely.
be amazing for this patient.
It is truly amazing, and I know this is kind of a bold statement, but we really change the patient's life.
And I've had some dental work done, I'm not going to lie, and you really do feel more confident about
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
And so we're not only bringing your smile back, but the mini dental implant will help in another way. You know, sometimes out of sight, out of mind. You have
Right.
teeth in the back of your mouth,
Yep.
decayed, the issues you just addressed. But those teeth that are in the back and the sides, they're there to shape the face,
Right.
keep
Give
the
that
teeth in
fullness.
fullness. and they're going to chew the food to make sure that you get all the nutrients out. So the mini dental implant procedure can help. Show us with that example.
If you just have front teeth, you make different menu selections because you can't really chew a steak. So let's say that happened and you were missing teeth. Now sometimes the person would have a partial that comes in and out of their mouth, but it clasps onto the remaining teeth, and over time that wiggles that tooth. Here's a permanent solution. We do mini implants and we take a bridge, and that is cemented in, and they're having steak. There's no limits. They can order from the full menu again.
Because those teeth in the front are not made to chew. The teeth in the back are made to chew. The nutrients come out. And whether it's 3 teeth, 1, 2. So the partial, this is the answer to the partial.
Right. And for full dentures, those people don't order like you and me from the menu. They only order the soft stuff. At home, they're blending their food or they're drinking Ensure. I can't imagine doing that for years, and it's not good for your health.
Yeah, so no matter what your age, most people that have dentures maybe are a little older, not always. You don't have to resign yourself to the fact that if you have a denture, you're going to just have that life for the rest of your life.
Right, you know.
No matter what your age. And we talked about the front teeth. Talk to us about that example.
So the front tooth. So you're on camera.
I am.
You've got a great smile.
Thank you.
But can you, the worst thing happened, and I mean, it could happen, hope not, but if you lost your front tooth, that would be devastating.
Wouldn't look good.
Right.
It'd look like a jack-o'-lantern.
So if you were to lose your front tooth, when I help people with conventional implants, you would have to, again, wait 4 months if you weren't a diabetic, 5 if you were a diabetic. And during that time, you'd have to have a retainer with 1 tooth on it. Did you ever have a retainer?
I've luckily never had a retainer.
Yeah.
My daughter had a retainer, and I know it's just very uncomfortable.
And it's hard to speak.
Yeah.
That would be really hard for you. The first 2 weeks, you sound like Daffy Duck, and you just, with your job, that'd be devastating, or with a lot of people's.
Might be better sounding like Daffy Duck, I'm not sure. But the real key here is that tooth, that single tooth, is custom made, as are all of the teeth.
Right.
Custom made in America, FDA approved product. So the patient is getting something that's not just ripped out of a box and placed in their mouth.
Oh, absolutely.
This is something where you work with the patient to design it, color it, shape it.
We sure do. With a mini implant, it's stable the first day. So if you had a missing area, I go ahead and put in the mini implant. You walk out with a temporary crown in place. You don't have anything on the roof of your mouth, and you can have a sandwich. You can eat normally. But like you were saying, our lab customizes it. So we have color custom shading, and then when your real one puts in, it just complements your smile, and nobody knows it ever happened.
And this could be a help for someone who maybe had been born with missing teeth or had some issues through the years.
We have patients that have had congenitally missing teeth. They just were born without that adult tooth, and we have helped them with mini implants, and they're back in business. Or somebody that plays sports and they had an accident.
And this all happens with Dr. Rick Miller at Bent Tree Dental, 4222 Trinity Mills, Suite 118 in Dallas, Texas. Their website, getmysmileback.com. And you can call 972-645-5191. And you're so conveniently located between the George Bush Turnpike and the Dallas North Tollway.
Right.
So it's a convenient location for everybody from Dallas, Plano, Carrollton, Fort Worth. We can all find you there.
Yes, we service them all.
Now, Doc, let's talk a little bit about you. Let's get to know Dr. Rick Miller. Where did you grow up?
I'm a native of Chicago, and I grew up, my dad always had a second job, so I learned at a young age. I really liked to work with my hands because I did a lot of carpentry growing up with my dad. Then I went to dental school in Kansas City. I've had my whole career here in Dallas, though. I moved down when I was 25 after graduating dental school, and it all sort of naturally unfolded. I joined a dental office that was a very busy practice, and it was kind of funny because the first day I walked in, the primary said, "You know what, Rick, I'm just done wrestling with all the oral surgery. You're going to handle it all." And I really enjoyed doing oral surgery, and of course that led to doing implants.
So Texas is where we are, and the great people here in Texas are getting their smile back thanks to you. And I understand that you can relate to people who were not blessed with a great smile.
I can. I was kind of a daredevil when I was a kid. truth be told, I was probably the dumb kid in the neighborhood where they said, but you can't jump off that. And I was like, yeah, I can.
You don't seem to be, to me, to be that kind of guy, right?
Yeah. Well, I broke my front tooth off when I was 7. And then as my adult teeth came in, I was very crowded and buck-toothed. And, you know, when you're 7, that's not so bad. But it's a little different when you're 14 and you start to like girls. It's not a big confidence
not
booster.
Not a good look.
No. So I was very blessed. My parents made a sacrifice, and yeah, I have a great smile. It was funny, that happened during the time when we moved from Chicago to St. Louis, so the new kids never knew what my smile was like. And I went to a reunion where I got to see all the people I grew up with, and it was amazing that day how many of them came to me and go, oh, Rick, oh my gosh, your smile. And, but it's that kind of an effect. And I said, yeah, I got my teeth fixed, and here's a funny one, I'm also a dentist. So.
Who knew?
Yeah,
as
right.
They say, yeah. And I understand you're sort of a perpetual student. You've been practicing for many years, you've seen a lot of changes, but you're constantly learning, aren't you?
You know, I think everybody owes it to their patients to do that. I love my craft. The dental board requires us to take 12 hours of continuing ed every year. I consistently take over 100. I'm sort of a self-proclaimed double platinum dental nerd, but I really love my craft. And I've been so blessed to find something. I picked my career all over.
It's terrific that you're learning. And I know that you leave Texas and you fly up to Buffalo, New York, to meet Dr. Todd Shatkin. Tell us about your connection.
Well, I've known Todd for a while, and he's such a great friend. He is an innovator. He and his dad developed the mini implant, and there's so many more uses for the mini implant because of its size, and I can do so much more with it.
And with that technology that you bring back, you know, there is a cost to this. But you're going to work with the patient to make this an affordable solution, because this is an investment in their life. How do you work with the patient to make it affordable?
Well, first of all, when I talk to them, I tell them it's going to hurt their feelings, but I'm going to charge them about 40% less than if I was using conventional ones. But you're right, we have financing for them. We work with everyday people. We don't our typical patient doesn't fly in on their Learjet. You know, they come in and we have financing, and depending on their situation, it can be as little as $100 a month.
That's great to know. And you know, we're all used to paying for things on time. We
right.
You know, pay for our car monthly sometimes and a mortgage on our home. So this investment in yourself is significant. And you offer a free consultation.
I do.
And that's important. What do you discuss when the patient comes in?
Well, first we just listen to what they've been going through and their story, and then we learn how we can help them. And one of the things we do in the free consultation is we do some 3D imaging. I have the latest cone beam technology
Sounds
that
like a science
exists.
fiction movie, but you get a chance to see the face.
It is. It's 3D. We know exactly what we're dealing with, and it allows me to do things with precision.
You're actually getting the cone beam technology as
Correct.
part of that. There's a cost to that, and that's not included. So it's about a $350 savings.
That's correct. We don't charge for it. We want to help these people, and the way I can help them more is to truly know what's going on, and the cone beam allows us to do that.
You know, in real life, Dr. Miller, some people are judged by how they look. It's just the way of the world.
It is.
You know, with social media, sometimes it gets even crazier. But it's important that you have a good smile for that very reason.
So important. You know, as I mentioned, I remember being 14, not having a great smile. But people, an adult, it's a sad fact, you know, and I know patients that have a degree, but they don't even get to the interview. You know, they don't feel good in social settings. It's amazing because your smile is your signature.
I know that you've probably done a lot of fillings. You've probably done 10,000 fillings. Nobody comes back to you and says, hey, that was a great filling, Doc Miller. But they'll come back when they have a mini dental implant that's changed their smile.
You're right. They never pat me on the back. That filling changed my life, but they sure do with this type of work, because the ladies oftentimes will cry. The guys get teary. It's very touching. It really, we know that we're changing their lives.
Yeah. What if somebody says, all right, this is technology and it really looks great, Are they proven? Is the mini dental implant something that's going to last? How do you answer that?
I think there's two profound studies. The one, it was over 12 years. It had 5,700 patients, and they compared the success rate between the mini and the conventional implants, and they're virtually the same, 95%. The second study was done by a little college named Harvard. I think there's a junior college.
May have heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, in Massachusetts. But they said that the minis are the implant of choice in certain situations, and it's so logical. If you don't have bone, you have to go to a smaller diameter.
And the fact that the bone grows around it makes it
Yeah.
even more stable as time goes by.
They're very secure.
So the office that you're at, Bent Tree Dental, 4222 Trinity Mills, Suite 118. Dr. Rick Miller, you're there with your team. You have a great team, I know.
I have the best team.
And Suite 118. They're in Dallas, not far from anywhere. You want to go to see Dr. Rick Miller. And the website is getmysmileback.com. And you can check out the website for any kind of dental procedure. Right. You know, you do more than minis. If you just need to go to the dentist and you're seeing Dr. Rick Miller and you say, I like this guy, I want to go see him, find out about his daredevil life as a kid, you can do that. You can give their office a call at 972-645-5191. Dr. Miller, I don't think us talking about it is as significant as hearing from the patients themselves about what the mini dental implant procedure has done for them.
Getting the mini dental implants was a life changer for me.
If you're concerned about your looks, then obviously this is the way to go.
Not a second thought about it. I would do it again.
How could you go wrong?
I just can't say enough about how I feel.
I'm able to talk and speak with confidence again.
It's one of the best things I've ever done in my lifetime. I mean it sincerely.
When I go to the VA, I can give them a big old smile.
This is something that is so incredible.
I feel a lot more confident. My smile feels better.
It brought a lot of confidence back to me.
It's just amazing what it does for your self-confidence and how you feel about yourself.
After the procedure, wow, yeah, you smile.
But now I smile all the time.
I am very happy I had the procedure done. I feel as though I have my smile back.
It's just unbelievable what it's done to my life.
It kind of gave me my life back.
I feel like I do have more confidence than I did before.
It's going to sound corny, but I mean, it is a life-changing event.
Changed my life.
Great to hear from patients that have had their lives changed. And if you go to the website, as we said, getmysmileback.com, some great testimonials. I was amazed by the patience and compassion given me by the doctor and the staff. No pain, and my recovery has been very good. This was my first visit to Bent Tree Dental. I'm very impressed, and that was from Maryland. And you have another patient named Gustavo, I know, that has a significant story for you.
Yeah, Gustavo had 2 degrees, John, but he couldn't get interviews. And we helped him, and now in the end, he had several job offers.
And that's great that you helped change his life. And we talked about the fact that there's less discomfort. This is something that can be treated with an over-the-counter medication for any pain that may or may not exist.
Right. We prescribe painkillers, but oftentimes patients will say, I was glad to know that I could take that, but you know what, I took some Advil or some Tylenol, and that was it.
Yeah, and that's all you need.
Right.
Some people are afraid to go to the dentist.
Oh, yes.
And they shouldn't be afraid because the technology's changed. But you offer conscious sedation for somebody that needs that extra push.
Correct. I'm licensed for conscious sedation, so if you were to come in, I could give you a pill, and you're just much more relaxed. Now, for people that want the next level, I have 2 different teams. The first team, they put a little IV in the back of your hand and you're asleep. And the second team, you just breathe through a nasal cannula. And both of them, the beauty of it is they wake up at home and it's over.
So they come in,
right?
They take a little nap,
right,
and they come back with a brand new set of teeth. That must be terrific.
It is.
We're talking about the mini dental implant with Dr. Rick Miller from Bent Tree Dental. Now, if you've been with us for the full half hour, you've seen the examples of what a mini dental implant looks like. If you joined us halfway through, you want to stick around because we're going to show you real quickly what this means again. And Dr. Miller, with the bone and the difference between a conventional and a mini, what a significant difference.
You're right, it is a significant difference because you've got the size of a conventional implant, which is about the size of a pencil, versus the size of a mini, and it's about the size of a toothpick.
If you have a lower denture, Look at how the mini dental implant will stabilize this.
Again, we put mini implants in, oftentimes just 4, and then when it snaps into place, it is secure.
Yeah, so if you're out there and you have a denture, you can really have all of that confidence come back. And now, if you want to join in with your family and friends and dig into the Tex-Mex that we love here in Texas, a steak, corn on the cob, fruit, dessert.
You can have it all.
You can have it all,
You
because
really
with the upper denture example, the sense of taste is coming back. Show us why, Dr. Miller.
Because there's simply nothing covering the roof of the mouth. And besides taste, when that went all the way back in their palate, sometimes they have a tendency to gag, and it's hard to get over that.
So that plastic is gone.
Plastic is
the sense
gone.
of taste, which the taste buds are primarily in the upper
Right.
part of the mouth, all comes back. And look at how stable that is.
Oh, it's really stable.
So if God gave us our baby teeth and our adult teeth, these next 2 examples of a mini dental implant are as if you will get a 3rd set of teeth with Dr. Rick Miller.
And this is what we call a roundhouse bridge. If anybody's had a crown, it's like crowns that are just linked together, and it goes throughout the entire arch. And those are fixed in the mouth, and the patient doesn't necessarily take these out.
And that's an upper or a lower, and there's
Upper
really no
or a
plastic.
lower.
We're beyond the denture.
It's just their smile. And they can chew hard things, sticky things, no problem.
Now there's an upgrade from this mini dental implant example to something
Yes.
that's much more permanent. Show us, Dr. Miller.
Right. So with this version of the roundhouse, it is cemented in. The patient cannot take that out.
How many implants will it take to make that work?
We usually do between 10 and 12. And
that
the implant
base.
secures the bone. If they have this done at 50, they'll have it when they're 90.
And it looks great. You're going to
Yes.
get that set of teeth that you may not have had. Now, if you have teeth in the back of your mouth that you've neglected, or there's an issue, the mini dental implant procedure will change your life, and particularly if you have a partial.
So if someone's found themselves and just life happened and they were without some of their molar teeth, we can secure a bridge just like we could secure a single tooth.
So teeth in the side that shape the face, used to chew, or
Yes.
tooth in the front if you have something that's fallen out, or
Right.
an accident or some issue.
We have an answer.
You have an answer.
We
You
have
do.
a permanent answer.
And what's nice about this, Dr. Miller, I can sense your passion for helping people.
I love it.
Is that what
really do.
motivated you to become a dentist? Working with your hands, but really
Right.
helping people, right?
Right, and knowing what it was like to not have a great smile. So it's life-changing for these people. And we enjoy going through their story with them.
And you make those lives change at Bent Tree Dental, 4222 Trinity Mills, Suite 118. Dr. Rick Miller and his team, they're in Dallas, right there, the George Bush Turnpike and the Dallas North Tollway, not far from there. The website is getmysmileback.com, and you can call this number, 972-645-5191. Dr. Rick Miller, you are an innovator in health here in Texas.
Thank you for having me.
It's been terrific to meet you.
Same here.
Good luck to you, and thank you for watching.